Okay, good evening, everyone. I hope every one of you doing good. Okay, in this particular class, I will explain to all the students, all of you very clearly, what's the difference between the set and net, and what is the advantages of qualifying the set exam, and what are the advantages of qualifying the net exam. How to get a job after qualifying the set, how to apply for a job after qualifying the net, right? And most importantly, I will tell you why most of the Telangana and Andhra teachers are unable to crack the CSIR net or the set exam. Maybe some people are able to qualify the set exams, and very least percent of the teachers, whether it is the teachers of intermediate level, the teachers of degree college, even the teachers of the PG college, are unable to crack the set or especially net exam. What is the reason why they are unable to crack? Now we will discuss that very elaboratively in this particular session. I am requesting all of you, if you are really interested to crack the CSIR net and set, and if you want to settle in the life very clearly, I want you to listen the class, listen the session till the end. Please don't leave it in the middle. But if any one of you decided that I want to only become a JL, I don't want to write the set exam, I don't want to write the net exam, I don't want to reach the assistant professor level, then you people no need to watch this particular session. You can leave it happily. Because if you decided that you want to become only JL, and you want to settle only in the JL level, there's no problem, you can leave it. Okay, this is only for the people who wants to reach up to degree or PG college level, and who wants to join as assistant professors in the university level, right? Okay, now let me explain. You do not interrupt me in the middle. 100% I'll give you the time to ask all your doubts. Okay, before that, if you want to qualify the CSR net as well as the TS set for a MCQ related, you require these two books compulsory. But if you want to only focus on the TS set, I don't want the CSR net to be qualified. It is sufficient for me to qualify the set. You can follow only this book. This book contains more than 3,000 MCQs. No, 4,000 MCQs are there. All the 13 units of the Telangana set syllabus. And this book, which contains all the set and CSIR net, which especially analytical questions, there are more than 7,000 questions are there. If you even in these two books, you can't get even a single error also. So highly quality framed questions, and which is extremely useful to all of you for the assistant professors, for the CSIR net and the set exam. If you people can answer the questions from these particular books, it's more than sufficient. Even in the assistant professor also, whatever the questions that they will ask, no question comes beyond these books. So make use of this book. I will tell you how to access these books in the ending of the class. Okay, now most of the people, that I always get disappointed with, most of the people from the Andhra and Telangana, they never understand when I am explaining the importance between the set and net. No one will understand. Okay, and everyone will think that if I qualify the set, my life is settled. It is absolutely wrong. I don't know who is misguiding you. I'm not at all understanding so far. Let me give you one example in your batch only. In the last time, many people qualified the set exam, correct? Now what those people are doing, you also know very well. Most of the people are sitting at the home. And if you qualified means people will think that I have qualified. But what you have to do after qualification, that is very important, right? Now listen, what is the fundamental differences between the set exam and net exam? Listen to me very carefully. Set exam is only a state level and eligibility test, right? And CSIR net is the national level eligibility test. Every student very clearly know that the set exam will give you the eligibility for the research also, which we can call JRF, and will give the eligibility for the LS also, lectureship. CSIR exam also will give you the eligibility for JRF, nothing but PhD, right? So in India, PhD is 5 years. First to 2 years is called as JRF, Junior Research Fellow. Next to 3 years is called SRF, senior research fellow. All the 5 years together we can call it PhD. Don't leave in the middle. Listen to me correctly. And if you don't listen the classes also, no problem. You have to remember the informations correctly. Now, TS set is a state level exam. Now, friends, you also know very well, this year only they have conducted twice. Last year there is a no exam. Before that also there is a no exam. Originally, set has to be conducted once in a year by the state governments or the state universities. CSIR net conducted by a board called as a CSIR in association with NTA, National Testing Agency. On behalf of CSIR, they will conduct the CSIR net twice in a year, once in the month of a June and once in the month of a December, right? Okay. Now you have to ask me, sir, what is the benefits of qualifying the set? Suppose example, most of you people are interested in doing the PhD. Most of you people are interested in doing PhD, correct or not? Yes. Now listen. Most of you people are doing interested in PhD. Now, do you really think you will do the 5 years of PhD without getting a single rupee of stipend for 5 years? Do you really do this? No student will do this. So if you qualify the TS set, you can't enter into any national universities or any central universities to do your PhD. How long you do your PhD? Only in the Usmania, JNTU, Kakatiya. How many years you will do your PhD? Only in the state universities. I am not saying that the state universities are not good. State universities are very prestigious. They are very good, but they are only famous for state level. If you want to succeed in your life, at least you have to go for a national institute such as IITs, ORR. At least you have to go to central universities. An example, Hyderabad Central University, which is present in the Hyderabad, IIT Hyderabad. You know, right? The young people, if you want to do PhD in Hyderabad, there is a wonderful institute. Everyone know that CCMB, Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, IICT, Hyderabad. They are all very prestigious institute. You can do the PhD. If you want to do the PhD, what is the only way of doing the PhD over there? You have to qualify the net. If you say that I have qualified the set exam, they won't consider your application also. This is not eligible. Only the national level test is eligible. Now, most of the teachers will ask me, sir, I am working as a degree lecturer, I am working as a PG lecturer, I am working as a KGBV lecturer, I am working as a JL, and I am working as a DL. I have qualified the set exam. What should I do now? Again, remember, set exam is an eligibility criteria. What is that? Eligibility criteria to apply for a DL exam. You know it very well. Even to apply for the assistant professor level also. If you qualify the set exam, doesn't mean that people will call you immediately and will offer you job that you have qualified the set exam. Please come and join as a lecturer in our college or in our university. No one will do that. Okay. So if you qualify the set exam, you suppose example, see this, most of the people who qualified the set exam this year in the month of April or May, still they are sitting at the home. I told to all of you, call me or let me know once you are free, then I will tell you how to apply. See, remember, if you sit at your home after qualifying the set and net exam, no one will call you. Like you, many people are qualifying the exam. You have to go. You have to go to, suppose example, you are staying in a Warangal. So first, all the students listen. If you are staying in a Warangal, list out all the government degree colleges. I don't encourage for degree colleges also. I encourage all of you to apply for PG colleges. How long you will only teach for BSc students? You're having a good knowledge and experience. You have to start with PG students only. Don't think that it is very difficult. It's very easy. But you people will always think that I can't teach PG level. I can't teach degree level. Only intermediate level is sufficient for me. You have to stop all this. Then why you qualified the set exam and net? So once you qualify the set or the net, I'm talking about the set first of all. All you people, suppose you are staying in a Warangal, list out all the government colleges in the Warangal. First of all, I'm telling. Then list out all the private colleges. What is the difference between applying in a private and degree college, government colleges? Even though it is after 10 to 15 years, you never ever get regularized. So in the private colleges, what are the advantages and disadvantages? You will get a less salary. and your job is not at all permanent, and you have to work more hard compared to the government. Government means you should not take the rest. I am not saying government, it is more flexible. You can enhance your skills more. So first list out all the government colleges in your area, because some women are housewives, they can't leave their town and they can't go anyone. So if a Warangal resident can't go to Mahbub Nagar, right, to work, so first you list out all the government degree colleges or PG colleges present in the Warangal. Then you go, only government colleges I am saying, you go and give your resume. Please ask me how to prepare your resume in a very good manner. I will help everyone. So once you prepare your resume, whether you get the job or not, that is the secondary thing. First, you give your resume in all the government colleges, degree and PG colleges especially. Then whenever there is a vacancy, 100% they will call you, 100%. So now you see this. Anywhere net is the highest priority, followed by the SLET or the SET. So anyway, most of the people are not having the PhD. Now, this is also not mandatory. In order to become a assistant professor or the lecturer, net is the mandatory, or the SLET. Net is the highest priority. If you want to settle in the research career, or if you want to become a lecturership until 60 years, you have to qualify the net. See, I'm not discouraging anyone, but I'm telling you the fact to all of you. I'm just saying there are, I don't want to discourage. See, many Usmania assistant professors are also studying now. Many JNTU assistant professors are studying in the this particular our batch of the CSIR. Many people from Andhra University, many people from other state universities are studying. They are already working as assistant professors. They're already working. And some people are working as associate professors, which is the above the level of assistant, but they are getting a salary of more than 1 lakh, but their job is not at permanent so far. Why? Because they have not qualified the net exam. No one knows when they will be removed from their job until they become permanent. Now all over the Telangana, all over the Andhra Pradesh, what all the assistant professors are doing in the university, please make us regularized. We don't want to write any competitive exam. Please make us the regularized. But what all the governments will think, governments always has to give the opportunities to the young minds. So that is the reason, in order to consider the old people also, they are giving a 10% of the additional weightage. But what is the point? You have to compulsory qualify the net exam. You have to compulsory qualify the assistant professor exam conducted by the either APPSC or the TSPSC or the a particular university. Then only you will become an assistant professor. So without net, you can't do anything. Suppose, once again, all the students listen, you have qualified the set exam, you have joined one PG college, example in Warangal. Don't think that if you work 5 years in that particular PG college based on the set exam, don't think that they will make you permanent, and don't think that they'll give you more salary. Here, you are a regular teacher. Suppose example, if you take a KGBV PGCRT, here you are getting a very good salary, even though you are a contract based. But trust me, if you go to a PG college by qualifying the set exam, don't think that they'll give you 60, 70,000 in the government colleges. No one will give you until you become permanent. So hardly they will give you 30 to 40,000. This is also I'm saying maximum actually. Many parameters are there depending on the number of students in that particular government degree or PG college. Depending on many parameters only, they will give the salary, and they don't give more salary, and your work is also very hectic. But if you qualify the net, they'll give you more preference to you, more preference to all of you. And again, most of the teachers are having the intention that they want to do PhD. And most of the people will think that if you want to do the PhD, you have to work 5 years. No, it is not at all like that. Now, many things got changed in India. You are, suppose example, you are working as a degree lecturer, right? Still, you can do your PhD. Still you can do your PhD. Many open universities are there. Even JN2 is there. Central universities are there. Many central universities will offer open PhD. which is called the PhD for the lecturers or working professional. You know, friends, within 3 years, your PhD will be done. Whether you believe it or not, how many number of days that you have to go to the university for PhD work? In 3 years, less than 10 days, you will go. That's all. Less than 10 days, you can finish your PhD. So within 3 years, you will get the PhD degree. And if you qualify the NET exam, whether you believe it or not, in the degree colleges, before you reach 40, 45 years of age, you can reach up to principal level very easily. Then you imagine if you reach the principal level, in the next generation of in your family also, everyone will feel proud. And don't think that reaching the principal level is very difficult. It's very easy. You require net and you require PhD. Doing PhD at this particular generation is very easy. There are many ways are there. You can do a high quality PhD. But whatever you have to do, the net is the mandatory. People will give importance to you based on the net, not based on the set. Set is very important. After the net, they will consider the set. Now, if you qualify the set exam and young people want to do the PhD after your MSc, no one is going to give you single rupee also. But if you qualify the net in the first 2 years of JRF, including the HRA, you will get 40,000 rupees every month. And in the SRF, you will get up to 60,000 rupees every single month for 3 years. Here, 2 years. In PhD only. After that, you will get a good job. Here in the set, if you want to do PhD by using the set exam, no one will give you stipend. You have to spend your own money and you have to do it. I'm seeing, right, many JNTU PhD scholars, Usmania, all over the Telangana and other different states. They're doing PhD and preparing for NET. Because who will do the PhD without having a stipend? So that's why you stop thinking that if you qualify the set exam, people will come and give you the job. And first of all, you should stop doing sitting at home. Ideally, I'm especially telling to all the housewives, and they will qualify the set exam. They'll sit at the home by not inquiring anything. First, you prepare wonderful resume. Go to the degree or a PG colleges, apply it first, give your resume. Vacancies are there or not, secondary thing. If vacancies are there, undoubtedly they will call you. It is not like that only once the notification given, then only I will go and apply. That is wrong strategy, friends. You should not do that. You should go and explore yourself that I am an experienced teacher, I am having a good qualification. Then the institutes will take you by by looking at your qualification. That is very important. And even though you qualify the net and SLET, if you want to become a lecturer, again, it is depending on the demos. So demo is the area where whatever the teaching I have given to you, it will be useful. If you teach in an efficient way compared to all other, undoubtedly you will be selected. This is where my classes will be useful to all of you. Okay, now listen. Now, how to prepare for the set or net? I can tell you in one simple words. Again, I have very clearly told you, set is nothing when compared to the net exam. But still, if you think that set only will help me, to settle in my life, then I can't change any one of you. I will give you one example to you. Oh, hey, okay, you qualified the set exam. In the month of December or January, Telangana government is releasing the assistant professor notification. Okay, you got that. Now, do you think in case of a assistant professor level, do you think the questions will come from the set level, such as a very direct questions? Never ever. Every single question comes from the net level. Very tough questions will come. You can't, it is very tougher than DL exam, and which is equal to the CSIR net exam. So for that reason, if you prefer for the net, then only you can crack it. Now, so now I will tell you how difficult the net exam is. Now listen everyone for 20 minutes. Okay, all of you listen. Since most of the people who are in the class, you are all aiming for the lectureship. You are not for the PhDs. So now listen. The CSIR net exam consists of 200 marks. Out of 200 marks, if a teacher belongs to the general category, it's a fixed cutoffs, friends. Maybe 1 or 2 marks will be varied. If you get a 108 to 108, 110 marks out of 200, lecturership is guaranteed for you. OBC, so BCA, B, C, D, E, all will comes under OBC, under non-creamy layer in the central government. Trust me, Out of 200, if you get 98 to 100 marks, you will become lecturership. Just that's all. And if you take an ST/SC students, if out of 200, if you are in the range of 86 to 95, you become a lecturer. You can become an assistant professor. Now tell me, getting 100 marks out of 200 is really difficult? No, it's not really difficult. At the same time, it is not too easy also. Why it is not easy? You have prepared your DL exam, you have prepared your JL exam, and you all people read your core botany. You all people read your core zoology, but this is not botany. This is not zoology. This is a life sciences. Most of the botany people, most of the zoology people, not at all read this cell signaling, not at all read this cell communication. You are not read at all. You people not read extreme depth of biochemistry. You people never read extreme depth of techniques in biology or methods in biology. You have not read very, very depth. You have not read the depth of evolution, especially botany people. Zoology people never read the depth of the plant physiology. Botany people never read the depth of the developmental biology. So these are all seems to be a new and difficult units. And do you think the questions directly comes from direct way, like which of the following protein is most abundant protein in the planet Earth, such as Rubisco? This kind of questions we never get in the net exam, okay? You have to stop thinking that. You will get that kind of questions in the set exam. Now, in the net exam, I will tell you one single line to all of you. Net exam is not about the knowledge of the aspirant. It is about how the aspirant is going to apply his knowledge or apply her knowledge. So every question is application based, analytical, logical, numerical, graphical. In our entire JL and DL paper, 99% they don't give the graphical question. In the CSIR net exam, at least 15 questions will come in the graph only. At least 10 questions will come in the numerical. More than 30-40 questions will come from application based. You can't answer these kind of questions without having a proper knowledge. I'm not criticizing any teachers or any professors in our universities. Why most of our university professors cannot crack? What is the reason? What is the major reason why university professors can't crack? Because a university professor who is extremely super master in the botany, super expert in the zoology, very super expert in microbiology, very super expert in biochemistry. But what is the point? From where many years, they are only teaching botany. They are only teaching angiosperms, gymnosperm, mycology, phycology, a little bit plant physiology. Only the core they are teaching. Zoology people are teaching only core. Microbiology people are teaching only core. But when it comes to the life sciences, you all people has to read all this. That's why it's not because of the difficulty. Why? Because you have to read lengthy of the syllabus. And another one is difficulty level of the exam. I can tell you very clearly, out of 1,50,000 aspirants will write a life science exam. Out of 1,50,000, you know how much percent of students will qualify? Less than 2 to 3%. That's all. Don't think that 15% people will qualify the exam. It's not like that. It's not like 6,000 Gurukula posts are there. For one post, only 29 students are competing. It is not like that. Here, we don't have much post. We are having a limited post. But lecturership, there is a no limit, as I already told to all of you very clearly. But why less number of people only qualifying is difficulty level of the exam. Now, so all over India, only 2 to 3% of the students or 2 to 3% of the teachers are qualifying. You have to believe my words. How many number of people are qualifying from Andhra and Telangana? I am including Andhra and Telangana. You have to believe my words. Less than 0.02% people will qualify from Andhra and Telangana. One of the reason is lack of awareness, and some reasons are due to the difficulty level of the exam. Some people won't understand how to study for the exam. They will give up in the middle. Only few people work extremely harder, even though it will take 1 or 2 years. They will crack it and they will join as assistant professors in the university level. Now, So I will explain in 20 minutes what are the lessons that you have to study. Okay. And why I, from the starting onwards, I don't encourage any one of you, don't stick to the set exam is, this is the only reason. You don't have a multiple opportunities through the set, because you are all having above 33 years of age. I'm just telling you, you're all having above 33 years of age. This is one advantage, because it will give you an experience. What is the advantage for disadvantage for you? Many young people who are in the age of 22 to 26, they will all qualify the set exam. You are also qualified the set exam. Then what is the difference? So these young people, some only qualified the net. But if you people want to compete with this younger generation, you have to you have to qualify the net. Then only people will give you the highest importance. Then tell me, why state government or central government, why they have to take you people, even though you're 33 years, the young people are having 26 years, they also qualified set, you are also qualified set, then why they have to take you only? And the young people also qualified the net, you have not qualified the net, you have just to qualify the set. Why they have to take you? So now you can ask me, sir, I am having an experience. Some teachers will say that I am having an experience. Then the interview people will ask, if you having that much of a good experience, why you are not qualified the net exam? Where is your experience now? So that is the question will rise. So that's why if you qualify the net, you can compete with any kind of a generation. The age factor is not the matter. That's the point you have to remember. Now, I have told you, for OBC, 98 marks. For general, 108 marks. ST, SC people, if you get a 90 marks, make sure that if you get 90, your life got settled. You can go to the government region. Still 60 years, you no need to look back. That's the benefit for all of you. Now, getting 100 marks is not difficult, right? So in order to get this 100 marks, but it seems to be easy, but it's extremely difficult if you don't work consistently. Now, I'm telling you the major reason why most of Andhra Telangana professors or teachers won't qualify the net. I will tell you the only reason. No one is consistent. Okay, I'm not discouraging here. No one is consistent. No one is very dedicated. No one is very serious. In other states, most of the young people, younger than you people, they will work 6 to 9 months very, 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 very dedicatedly. At least 6 hours in a day. In a day, 6 hours. Don't think that they are not working. They are also working. And you have to believe, some are research scholars. Research scholar work is more than the work of a teacher. They have to work continuously by standing continuously. Right, I'm not competing here, I'm saying, but still people will qualify. Why? Because consistency. This is one of the major reason. And when Andhra Telangana students will become serious about the exam, once the notification comes, I am telling to all of you, this is not a 10th standard exam. This is not your MSc exam. Once the exam schedule comes, if you buy hard 15 days, you will score 80%. You will get a good percentage in your MSc. That never happens here. If you want to crack the net or set, I can tell you, set, you require minimum 4 months. 4 months is enough. But set, depending on, because I know about all your, level of learning. You are all extremely hardworking people, but most of the people are failing in applying your knowledge. So you have to improve your intelligence. You have to improve your subject knowledge. So for you people require 6 to 9 months of dedicated time. That too 6 hours. Now you have to ask me, sir, if I read only 3 months by spending 6 hours, will I really qualify the exam? I will write and give it to all of you. You never qualify the exam. Because it is not like our JL and DL. Because questions are application based. Reading the question will take 1 minute. Reading the question. Understanding will take a long period of time. Analyzing will take a different time. You require extreme depth. You remember, right? You have studied the photosynthesis for JL also. You have studied the photosynthesis for DL also. Same photosynthesis we will study in the CSIR, but the question that comes in the JL and DL is entirely different in the photosynthesis of CSIR net. What does it require? Analytical skill. That skill can be enhanced with a good knowledge. So if you, once again, I'm telling you, the people who are really wants to qualify the exam, you give 6 to 9 months, 6 days, sorry, 6 hours. Suppose if you ask me, sir, seriously, I do not have 6 months of 6 hours in a day. What should I do? Now you keep 1 year target. You keep 1 year as your target and focus minimum 3 to 4 hours 1 year consistently. If you don't qualify, you come and ask me, I have not qualified. I'll give you the guarantee. If you work like this, then only you will qualify. If you work 10 days and if you take again 10 days of rest and if you start again, that never happens. It is impossible. Okay, that's why most of our teachers are not qualifying. It is not because of very difficulty. You are all hard workers, but you are failing in consistency. Now listen, in order to qualify the CSIR, how many units are important? 10 units. I'm talking always about the lecturership for you. Minimum 10 units, maximum 11 units. If you belongs to a OBC, ST, SC category, if you focus on 10 units completely, you will get the lecturership. For a general category students, I will encourage you to focus on 11 units at least. What are that 10 or 11 units? Whether you belongs to botany, zoology, microbiology, biochemistry, genetics, molecular biology, whatever the background in your MSc, you have to read the first 6 units compulsory. Suppose if you, some people will say, sir, I am from a botany background. I don't understand this developmental biology and I never understand this immunology. That never works, friends. It, whatever the background you may belongs, if you want to crack the net exam, first 6 units are mandatory. You should not skip. It is impossible. You should not skip. Then 1 to 6 units are mandatory. Then unit 8 genetics, unit 10 ecology, unit 13 techniques in biology or methods in biology. So if you want to write an assistant professor exam or a botany or zoology or CSIR net, these 9 units are mandatory, which is highly useful for you in the net as well as the assistant professor. Without these 9 units, you can't. Now you can choose in the remaining 4 units, you can choose any 2 units. You can choose human physiology or evolution. Botany people will feel very difficult in the human physiology. You can choose evolution. Zoology people can skip the evolution and choose the human physiology. No problem. But remaining, you can choose either applied biology or diversity life forms. Botany people will feel very easy, where you will read the Monera, Protista, fungi. Zoology people feel little difficulty. You can choose the applied biology. But which are mandatory? Unit 1 to 6 are mandatory. Unit 8, Unit 10, Unit 13 are mandatory. Without this 9 units, impossible to crack the exam. Now I will tell you. I already told to all of you, since you are all people are teachers and housewives and working women, you don't get enough of time. Hence, what is important? See, you have seen many successful people who has qualified the exam in the age of 36 to 44 or 45. First of all, in front of me, please don't tell that my age is more, I can't crack the exam. Is this the right time to compete in the competitive exam? Is this the right time to succeed in my life? First of all, remember, it's not like a motivation. There is a no age for the success. There is a no age for the settlement. If you want to succeed in your life, see, I will tell you one example to all of you. Many people are working in the KGBV. Some people are working in the Gurukul. Some people are already working as a JL. Here also you're getting money, right? Here also you're getting money. Maybe the money is varied. Some people are getting 40,000. Some people are getting 90,000. If you think that this 40,000, 90,000 rupees money is sufficient for me throughout the life and for my family, then you don't need to work. But if you think that I want to reach a greater position, even my next generations, forget about the next generations. I want you to think about yourself. If you want to be recognized, if you want to be remembered for something good, we have to work hard in every stage of our life, right? So don't worry about the age factor. The only thing you people are not having is a proper guidance. So if you work hard in this particular age also, you'll become assistant professor. Now tell me, consider some of the age is 42 years. What will happen if your age is 42? You work for another 1.5 year. In the span of 44 years, you will become assistant professor. Till 16 years, you don't need to look back. You will learn many things. You will help many people. You will help in your own family also. That's an important thing. So don't worry about the years. Years is not at all important here. Now, how to prepare for the exam? See, you also know very well how much ever the hard work we may do. With the hard work, if we add a little bit smart work, a very little smart work, trust me, we will qualify. See, I will tell you what is hard work and smart work. You are reading every single day 4 hours. You are reading every single day 4 hours. But every single day, in 4 hours, you are learning the information of 10 hours. This is called smart work. What is hard work? Doing work every day is hard work. But learning more information in the less period of time is the smart work. So that's why you have to do hard work by being consistent. You have to work very smart. That I will tell you how to do it. Now see this kind of information you can't get anywhere. Okay. So whenever you want to qualify a competitive exam, see why I can't tell this much confidently to the JL or DL is because it is very new. Everything got changed. The entire thing is new. So everything is new. With your batch only we will come to know. But the net, I am very much expert. I know from where every single point, every single question comes from. So this is the proper analysis. How many units are there? 10 units are there. Okay, listen first of all. In our CSIR Net Life Sciences, we have a 3 sections. We can call Part A, Part B, Part C. Part B and C, we call core paper. Part A, we can call general paper. In the Part A, we have 20 questions. Out of 20 questions, we have to answer 15 questions. 15 into 2, 30 marks. Part B, we have a 50 questions. Out of 50 questions, we have to answer only 35 questions. 35 into 2, 70. Part C, this is the one which will decide. Part C contain, you know how many questions? 75 questions are there. Everyone listen my words. You have 75 questions, but you know how many questions you have to answer? Just 25. Just 25, that's all. Now you can ask me, sir, this is a very huge weightage. But you have to believe in my words. So far, no one have never answered 25 questions. Most of the people answer 24. When I was writing, I have answered 25, 24 only correct. Even this 2023 topper, 22 topper, all the toppers, they are ending up with answering only 24 answers correct. Then imagine how difficult type of questions they will ask out of 75. So if again 25 into 4, how much? 100 marks. Now again some teachers will ask, sir, I am very poor in reasoning. I am very poor in the mathematics. It's not actually mathematics. It's a pure reasoning. Now you can ask me, sir, is there any necessity that I have to qualify with the section A, section B, section C? It is not at all like that. Suppose example, you are belong to a OBC category. In order to qualify, you have to you require only 98 marks. That's all. 98 marks is required. That's all. Now the question is that if you require 98 marks, so now listen my words very correctly. Unfortunately, you have not answered 0 questions in the part A. You have not answered 0 questions in the part B. You have answered 25 questions in the part C. And surprisingly, all the 25 questions are correct. You got 100 marks. So, but cutoff is only 98. You qualify. So what I'm trying to explain you is there will be a no individual section wise cutoff. There is only a cumulative cutoff. What is the meaning of cumulative? Means all together. So all the 3 sections they will take. If you did not attend 2 sections, if you attended only 1 section, but if you got more marks, enough, you will crack it. So don't worry about the part A. Part A is not mathematics. It's not like a trigonometry, geometry, all this. It's matrices. It is all pure reasoning. It's like calendars, blood relations, speed and distance. Very easy, friends. Speed and distance. Then followed by missing numbers. These are all very easy. Okay. Now later we will discuss about the general paper. Now let's talk about the core paper. Now let's come into the real picture. Now let's focus on the unit 1, molecules and interaction to their biology. I already told to all the students, if you want to crack the CSIR, if you leave 1 to 6 unit, among 1 to 6 unit, if you leave 1 unit also, you never crack. That much important 1 to 6 units. Now, biochemistry we studied, right? You remember for the JL exam, DL exam, we all people studied carbohydrate metabolism. We all people studied enzymes. We all people studied only that much we studied. Little bit about the lipids also we studied. But CSIR is not like that. And, and don't think that whatever the questions that appear in our JL exam or DL, that kind of questions will come. That kind of questions never come. They compulsory you will get the question from glycolysis and its regulation, Krebs cycle. Compulsory you will get it. But very rarely you will get a easy question. Very tricky experimental based questions you will get. And you don't get the question mostly from enzyme properties. You will get the question from enzyme kinetics, that too numerical or the graphical questions. So it is not like if you read just NCRT or Telugu Academy level, you have to forget the exam. You never qualify that. You should always read the standard reference book and higher versions. You all people in intermediate, whenever you are preparing for PGT, TGT, you might read about the nucleic acids. In your intermediate syllabus also there, right? DNA, type of DNA, A DNA, B DNA, Z DNA. Here the same thing we read extremely depth. In one line, I will tell to all the students what exactly biochemistry we have to study. I'll tell you in a simple words. In biochemistry, you have to study the chemistry of biomolecules. You have to study the biology of biomolecules. What are biomolecules? Proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acids. We have to read all these with respect to chemistry, with respect to biology. You all people read just classification of amino acids, that's all. But in the CSIR, you get a very difficult questions from the amino acids, especially from the numerical. You never ever read in your PG also, you never read a concept called as a Ramachandran plot. You never read a concept called protein folding, which is extremely depth. You never read it. You might read, but very basic level for our exam orientation boards. But here all the things are application based. Very important, right? And most important, you will get a numerical from pH calculation. Almost all the botany and zoology people will feel very difficulty with this, but they are very logical. You can answer the questions very easily, right? So we have to read all their chemistry, all their metabolism, utmost depth. You remember, if you want to read only this particular lesson, it takes nearly 10 to 20 days just to understand. That much depth we have to learn the biochemistry. Then the unit 2, cell biology. Equal number of questions will come, friends. Let's consider here 26 to 30 marks will come in one unit. Same here also 24 to 28 or 30 marks will come. Cell biology is all little bit easy for all botany and zoology people. So in the cell organelles, you will get an easy question, which you read for DL level. Same kind of questions you will get, no doubt. You will get only difficult question from the cell cycle regulation. I have taught to all of you in the JLDL also. Same level, but very tricky type of questions will come. What is very new for all of you is structure of heterochromatin, euchromatin, little depth we are going to read. And you people, what you people not read in your JL and DL is this one, microbial physiology, where we always focus on the growth rates. Here you will get only two type of question, numerical, graphical, or the statement related question. This is little tricky. Apart from this, reminding everything you already studied. So it's not that much difficult for you. And the luckiest part, I have explained everything to all of you in the molecular biology. In the molecular biology, in the JL, DL, recently also I have explained you. But what I have not explained you, which is there in the CSIR level, RNA editing. Okay, this is I have not explained it to all of you because it is not there for your syllabus. Eukaryotic gene regulation. This is also not there for your syllabus. And you will compulsory get the questions. DNA repair mechanisms, extreme depth. Whenever we started the JL coaching, only one time I have explained it to you this. But here you have to read extreme depth. Very, very depth you have to read. Reminding everything is same, whatever I have taught to you. Then, which this is the unit, no botany student, no zoology student, no one will answer this. Why? Because you have not read this. Might be See, names are also very new for all of you. Maybe chapter names you might read. At least zoology people has read immunology at least in the JL and DL. You botany people never read any of this. Maybe in your MSc level you might read it. That is only pure theory wise. Here everything is you know, application based, and unit 4 is one of the largest unit in the entire CSIR net and set syllabus. Entire one of the largest unit. Again, there's a chance you'll get 26 to 30 marks. Simple. Now, so here this unit is broadly divided into cell signaling. Here we are always talking about the signaling pathways. Until I explain you, you never get it. If I just read these lines, you never understand until you, in the next Monday onwards, this unit only will start. When I am explaining, you will understand easily. Cell signaling, cell communication, cancer. Everyone will feel cancer is a very easy, but very depth, very tricky questions we will get. Immunology. So this, even zoology students also feel very difficulty. Why? It is not like that you will just read the definition of innate immunity, adaptive immunity. It's not like that. You will get a pure experimental based questions, extreme depth of the concepts you will get it. 90% of the recently completed MSc students, I use it to see, right? Many students are there from IITs. Many students are there from NITs. Many students are there from ISERs. Some students, they also won't answer this question. They will just leave it because we are having a good choice. I'm just saying to you that much difficult topics they are all. And difficulty is also not important, friends. If I teach you one time, trust me, after 5 days, you'll forget everything. Then what is the point? So you have to read more times. That is where your hard work is there. More times you have to read, more number of times you have to remember. Unit 5. This is little bit easy for the botany people, sorry, zoology people, more difficult for the botany people because you have not at all studied the cleavage. You have not studied about gastrulation very depth. You have not at all studied about the organogenesis very depth. Maybe in your BSc, if some students having botany and zoology as a combination, you might read about spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Here we don't read all this. This is very basic. We get extreme depth of cleavage, gastrulation, organogenesis in different organisms. We will read in the frog, we will read in the mammals, we will read in the sea urchin, we will read in the sea elegans, we will read in a different organisms, which is very difficult to all of you. But the advantage of this lesson is easy lesson. If you practice very correctly, you can crack the exam, undoubtedly, undoubtedly. Then for botany people, the favorite unit is plant physiology. But trust me, most of the CSIR students can't answer the questions from plant physiology, even though many people are from botany. Why? Because CSIR net life sciences plant physiology, you will get all type of question. Experimental, graphical, except numerical, you will get every type of question. Statement related. But trust me, friends, they are very logical questions, very logical, and makes us very confused between one option to the another option. The syllabus is same. There's no change in the syllabus. Only difference between this syllabus is stress physiology, which JL people did not studied, might DL people studied. Only that is the syllabus, change in the syllabus. Rest everything is same. And second one, see, I have mentioned from where the questions will come also. I don't want to read line by line. It's waste of time. I'll make small videos, what to study, how to study. Human physiology, botany people I encourage, if you're really good, you read it. Zoology people I never encourage to read this because this is your strong unit. You have to use this. Botany people, instead of reading this, you have to read the unit 11, which is the evolution, which is little easy, can compare to the human physiology. But if you feel that human physiology is very good, easy for you, you can read it. But friends, here also trust me, we get a very tough question, experimental based question. You don't get any single direct question. You can't, you don't. Suppose example 30 marks are coming, at least 6 to 8 marks are very easy, straightforward, you will get it. Very easy. But you should have a good knowledge. And genetics. Now in the genetics, I have taught to all of you whatever the concepts of the CSIR net syllabus, but which you people not studied very depth. Pedigree analysis you have to study very depth. Bacterial genetics You have to study extreme depth. Linkage and mapping, you have to study extreme depth. Recombination, you have to study extreme depth. Apart from these four, I have explained it to all of you, remaining all thing in our JL and DL only. But these are also very important. You can't skip any of the subunit. It is impossible. So then, Unit 9, every CSR student will leave this. Why? But this is the greatest unit which is advantageous for the botany student. Why? The only reason is in this unit, you get a direct questions from phycology, mycology, bacteria, viruses, angiosperm, gymnosperm. This is the only unit you have to believe me. You will get a question from Telugu Academy and NCRT level. At least if you can answer 2 to 3 questions from this unit, it is very beneficial. 90% of all the life sciences, biotechnology students, everyone will leave this unit. But you people, I don't encourage you to read. You are already having the knowledge, you can answer this. Then the unit which you should not skip, whether you are a botany, zoology, biochemistry, microbiology, whatever the background, if you skip the ecology, you can't qualify the exam. Because this is the unit in the 2023 question paper, we got 34 marks surprisingly, one single unit. I have explained you most of the concept in your syllabus, but there are a lot of numericals are there, lot of numericals, lot of graphical portions are there that you will read only in the CSIR classes. From here also you will get a lot of questions. Again, I request all the botany students focus on the evolution. For zoology people, evolution is easy. For botany people, it is difficult. But trust me, if you watch my classes, even though it is a botany background, if you dedicate yourself and listen my classes, the concept will become easy. No student, and you remember, applied biology, we all studied. Botany people all studied. You remember, we studied transgenic plants. We studied the plant tissue culture. Correct, na? That everything comes under applied biology. Very easy unit and scoring unit. Unit 13. This is one of the toughest unit. Very toughest unit. Very biggest unit. You might not read any of this. You have to read a lot of techniques like UV, IR, NMR, all the techniques. Immunological techniques like RIA, ELISA, statistical techniques like ANOVA, chi-square, t-test. There are many tests are there. All microscopic techniques, entire rDNA technology. You people except rDNA technology, you have not studied anything. This might be a little tough unit. So you people choose what you have to choose. 1 to 6 are mandatory. Unit 8 mandatory, Unit 10 mandatory, Unit 13 is mandatory. These 9 units are mandatory. Which among these 9 units, how many units are very difficult for you? Only 5 units are very difficult. Remaining 4 units, you already know it very well. You are good in plant physiology, good in cell biology, good in ecology. Remaining units, I will make you more expert. Then easily you will crack it. But if you want to crack this, listen my words very correctly. You have to dedicate 6 hours. It is not at all like our JL and DL. It's not like a hard work, friends. It's like understanding the concept. When you can understand the concept, when you read the depth of the concept, for that you require a high version of books. Now, the most important, I am just giving this information to the recently passed MSc students. What you can do after qualifying the CSIR NET. You can do PhD in India, which is 5 years. You can do PhD in abroad. So NET is not important there. There are many other exams also there, which is hardly 3 years. You can become teaching or professorship, especially in the central universities. Since most of the people are women, you don't go out of your hometowns. I always encourage you to apply in the universities. Please don't tell me that I can't move out of my place and I want to stick to my place only. When you get a good opportunity, you have to stick to it. See, many women scientists are working in a good places by leaving their homes. What is the problem for all of you? They are also having children. They are also managing everything. But when we want to achieve something, we have to sacrifice one or something. But if you can't do that, apply in a PG colleges. Don't apply in a degree colleges. Okay, apply only in the PG colleges. First of all, stop thinking in a low. Don't apply in a intermediate colleges or degree colleges. But if you decided that JL is enough for me, you happily go with the JL. But if you believe that I want to achieve more, You apply with the PG. I am not discouraging any teacher. Most of the teachers who are working in the PG colleges, whatever the knowledge that they are having, similar knowledge you people also having. You're all just getting afraid that I can't teach. Once you start, it will become very easy to you. And the teachers who are already working in the PG colleges, just qualify the net and reach a good position up to the principal level or vice principal level, or at least the HOD level, which is important, mandatory. Then some MSc qualified student, after qualifying the net, they don't do PhD of 5 years. What they will do, they just to do 2 years of JRF, they'll go abroad. Some people will join in the industries as a research analyst. Some people will go to the private companies like Reliance, biotech companies, GSK, Dr. Reddy's, Cipla. In that company, some people will go. Some people will work in a public sector units like ONGC, you might heard, BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electric Limited. Don't think that they will take us. Many life science students will work here, which is completely public sector. You will get a great amount of the salaries. Some people will working in a scientific laboratories. This is only for the people who qualified MSc right now, or uh, who passed away 2 to 3 years back, who wants to do the PhD. This is the salary in industries. You all people has to believe my words. When compared to the teaching, the industry salaries are less than 40%. 40% low you will get in the industries. Some industries, you know, right? There are many students who qualified, who did MSc from JNTU, Usmania, Kakatiya. You know their salary. It's not like a discouragement, friends. That is the real fact. They're getting 20,000 rupees. So in order to earn this 20,000 rupees, they're working from morning to night like slaves. So if you get a government teaching post, happily you will get above 80,000 rupees in the assistant professor. So I don't know, but in Telangana, we don't know. They have to decide the salary packages. In Andhra, they are saying that government only 1 lakh will be the starting salary for the assistant professorship. 1 lakh, excluding all other, because you will having HRAs also, you will having travel contingency grants, other allowances. Starting only 1 lakh they are giving. So forget about salary, friends. Let's consider 80,000 only. What will happen? You will get a growth. Now you can ask me, sir, I am very good question. Sir, I am earning the 80,000 rupees by becoming KGBV teacher also. I am earning this 80,000 by becoming some other position also. Now you can ask me, why should I become assistant professor? It is all about designation. If you get an assistant professor, you can teach part-time also. You can teach at your home. You can teach in your town. You will get a ample amount of salaries. And if you become assistant professor, if your research skills is good, you will get a crores of funding from the university or Department of Science and Technology or Department of Biotechnology, or from the CSIR. From many funding agencies will give you the funds to all the assistant associate professors in the state and central universities. If you want, so this is what, friends, it is all about designation. Now I'm just telling you, friends, MRO also get money, right? Revenue inspector also will get money, collector also will get money. But what is the major difference? The designation. So the MRO and RI can under the control of collector. Here I'm not talking about our positions. I'm talking about our importance. How long you will become? How long you will work as a JL? If you working as an assistant professor, you can guide multiple people. Your knowledge is enhanced. That is more important here. See, friends, in the life, which is more important is remembering. You have to remember for something in your life. Okay, that is very important. But if you decide that this is only my career, you can happily do this. But if you want to remember and recognize, and if you want to become inspire many other generation, I don't encourage, I don't worry about further generation. You only think about yourself, whether you are happy or not. If you are happy, undoubtedly your entire family will be happy. Of course, you can make many other people also to be inspired. So based on that, you decide whether you want to stick to JL, you want to stick to DL, you want to stick to assistant professor. But if you want to stick to JL, happily you stop with the set and you continue it. And don't worry, in the I will tell you an interesting point to all of you. Whether you believe it or not, assistant professor and DL, compared to these, the people who are working as a JL, not in the government, in a private institutes, they are getting lakhs of salary because they will exclusively focus on the competitive like NEET. Too much of salary, starting only 1.5 lakh they are giving. If you are having a good subject knowledge, if you are having a theoretical knowledge, you don't get it. If you have a competitive knowledge, you will get it easy. More than 1.5 lakh by sitting at your home, you can earn it. But if you want a designation, if you want to grow a higher level, I encourage all of you to work for DL and assistant professor. See, you all people worked so far effortlessly from many years. Why don't you work hardly 1 year? I don't use 1 or 1.5 because some people are very slow learners. If you're a quick learner, if you work 1 or 1.5 year till 60 years, you don't need to look back. Life will be settled so easily. So you decide and work accordingly. But as I promised to all of you, I'll give you free coaching without taking any single rupee from all of you for the set and net, and I'll stick to that words. See, but I will always take your utmost care, and I will be very, very serious when it comes to the net exam, because many people are paying 20-25,000 rupees and joining in the classes. And I promise that I don't ask any one of you single rupee for the coaching classes, and I will stick to that. But it is not like that I have given the access and you don't be serious. You will watch whenever you are interested. I don't encourage that kind of thing. If you want to crack the exam, you have to do the journey. Okay, you have to be dedicated 6 months, 9 months, or 1 year very dedicatedly. Then only I'll give the access continuously. Otherwise, I'll discontinue it in the middle itself. That is the very, very short. Okay. See, it's not like a money, but I'm telling you, see, whenever I started your JL and DL, I don't want to, degrade anyone, but I understand only 45% of the people paid the fees till today. 55% of the people did not pay the fees also. To be honest, I did not remember the names also. Who has paid or who is not paid? I did not remember. I don't ask. I may give 1 or 2 times of chance. If they pay, I will. Okay, I'll take it. If they don't pay, I don't ask. Even some students paid fees today also without asking, because I am not running in any institute for making money. So I want to help people in the starting stages. Later, I will earn money. There is no doubt about it. Especially Andhra, Telangana teachers has to qualify the net, and you have to reach the higher levels. First of all, your way of thinking has to be changed. That can be changed only when you have a knowledge on the subject. Knowledge is great when compared to all. When you have a knowledge, you will get the confidence. When you have a confidence, opportunities will search you. You don't need to search the opportunity. Always remember this. And if you are a working woman, you decide whether you have to target 6 months, you have to target 1 year. Tell me. Based on that, I will help you in individual plans. But don't force, don't stress yourself. Read only 3 hours enough, because you don't have time, because you're all working people. You are already get stressed. You have to maintain the family also. So don't think that I will work day and night, I will crack the exam. That is excitement. But what is reality? You have to think how many hours I can study dedicatedly. Only 3 hours or only 2 hours? No problem. Study only 2 hours. Increase it to 3 to 4 hours slowly, but work for 6 months to 1 year. Undoubtedly, you will crack it. Trust my words, because you are all hard workers, but only you have to use the intelligence and consistency. That intelligence will comes only when you are consistent in the learning process. Okay. Now, when it comes to the books, see, for publishing only, books will gives a lot of cost. See, if any student wants to crack the net compulsory, these two MCQ books are very important. You can't find even a single error in these books. See, these two books will together will be 12,1,299, because I can't give this book freely, because I don't charge even a single rupee from any one of you. The printing cost only will gives more, because there are 7,000 plus more than 3,000. 10,000 questions are there in two books. Printing cost only that much. Right. So now the point is that if someone decided, after I have explained you this much time to all of you, still if you think that I want to crack only TS set, I want to settle only with the set level, you can take only this book. This book is just 599 rupees. That's all. If you want to take 2 books, I'll give the link. It is 1299. Okay. So you have to take this. With this, you will get a test series also. For remaining all other students, it is 2999, which including the test series plus set test series, net test series, plus MCQ books. But since you people are already enrolled with me and I promised to give you all the things, you can take only 2 books. That's all. Okay. And whomever very much interested, only I will add you in the batches. I'm telling you, right, I will be monitoring everyone. Okay. But if you are having a hectic schedule, no problem. Whenever you find the time, then only attend the classes. And last and final thing before ending the class, I'm telling you, I will only help the people. For me, it doesn't matter whether you are a super poor, whether you are a rich, whether you are a super intelligent. I don't worry and I don't bother. I will only bother about the people who are hardworking and who are dedicated. That is the only 2 criteria I will see. It doesn't matter you are super intelligent, super poor, super rich. It won't influence me at all. If I feel that you are dedicated, you want to achieve something in life, I will be there until you crack the exam. Right? That's what I can do all for you. Okay. So you people decide and you let me know. I will tell you how to purchase the books, each and everything. Okay. Now you people kindly ask me any doubt about how to apply, how to study, whatever you want, you can ask me. Because some people qualified the set, right, don't know what they are doing. And most importantly, very importantly, I want to see all your resumes. So I seen some of the resumes. It is just 1 page of resume, half page of resume. This is not the resume, right? Okay. I think in your batch there is a Renuka madam. I think you know it. She's a zoology aspirant. She is already a professor in the Kakatiya University campus itself. Okay, I think anyone know. So there is a madam called Renuka. Okay, she's already a professor in the university campus. She's having multiple publications, but still she wants to crack the net. Then only it will become permanent. Then only it will become regularized. You don't believe how many publications she's having. More than 30 publications she's having. A very good knowledge also she's having, but still she's a kind of struggling because of the net. So imagine how important the exam, and based on that you prepare. Okay. And the people, any one of you wants to apply in a government colleges or anywhere, please let me know how to prepare the resume. Send your resume. I will give the suggestions. Suppose any one of you qualified the set exam. Example, if you are staying in the Warangal, go to the Kakatiya University. If anyone is near to the Hyderabad, you go to Usmania or JNTU, whichever the universities present at your places, go to that universities. Submit your resume. Trust me, people will give the preference. But if you sit at your home, there's a no use. Okay. 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 I hope if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's all for now. Okay. Keep working hard. I'll see you in the, next classes. Okay. Thank you, all of you. Thank you very much. Shweta, I will share the link to every one of you by tomorrow morning. Okay. Everyone. Okay. That's perfect. Huh? Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Keep reading. Okay. Thank you.